Now that we're familiar with Splunk's Search and Reporting app interface, let's take a look at how we can search our data to investigate a potential security issue. Let's check in with our colleague Caesar. This morning, Caesar was killing time on his favorite social network when he got a message that there was some suspicious-looking activity on one of the Buttercup Games servers. We'll use the Search and Reporting app to help Caesar see what is happening on the server. The search bar works as you would expect it to. We just enter the information we want to search for. To see if someone is trying to log into our server using bad credentials and failing, we type failed into the search bar. As we type, the Splunk Search Assistant will display matching terms, contextual matches, and syntax documentation for the search. We only want to see when failures have happened over the last week, so we select last 7 days in the time range picker. Limiting a search by time is key to getting results faster and is a best practice to use for every search. Once the time range is selected, the search is sent to Splunk, where it becomes a search job. The new search page opens. The interface now contains a Save As menu, search result tabs, search action buttons, a search mode selector, and a timeline. The events containing the text we searched for show in the event list, and the fields that were extracted show up in the fields sidebar. The Save As menu allows us to save our search as a knowledge object. The results populate into the search result tabs depending on the type of search commands used in the search. The Events tab will display the events returned for your search, and the fields that were extracted from the events. For a simple search like this, you will usually be presented with this tab by default. The Patterns tab allows you to see patterns in your data, allowing you to get a better understanding of what is happening in your data. If your search is generating statistics or visuals, they will be displayed in the Statistics or Visualization tabs. If not, links for Instant Pivot, Quick Reports, and search command documentation will be displayed. One quick note: commands that create statistics and visualizations are called transforming commands. These are commands that transform event data into data tables. We will learn more about transforming commands in a future video. Right above the search result tabs, we see the total events returned, and an option to return a random sample of these events. The search action buttons allow us to edit, send to background, inspect, and delete search jobs. There are icons to pause, stop, share, print, or export a search job. Selecting the share icon, we get a link that we can share with others or bookmark for our own use. By default, a search job will remain active for 10 minutes after it is run. After 10 minutes, Splunk will need to run the job again to return the results. A shared search job, on the other hand, will remain active for 7 days and will be readable by everyone, meaning that anyone you share this job with will see the same exact results you did when you first ran it. The export icon will allow you to export events returned from the job in RAW, CSV, XML, or JSON formats. There are 3 search modes you can choose from the search mode selector: Fast, Smart, and Verbose. With Fast cutting down on the field information that is returned, field discovery is disabled for this mode, only returning information on default fields and fields required to fulfill your search. Verbose mode returns as much field and event data as possible, discovering all the fields it can. The default Smart mode will toggle behavior based on the type of search you are running. The timeline is a visual representation of events segmented over time. The segments are dynamically decided by the time you choose in the time range picker. In this case, we see a segment for each hour over the last 7 days. We can select a specific time range in the timeline to investigate. Doing so, our event list updates to show just the events selected. We can also use the zoom links to zoom in and out of a selection. Now that we can see the events that failed, let's look at how we can start using the events and fields to dig a little deeper.